Okay. So on today's episode, I have my newly adopted little brother Haroun. And we are going to be speaking about something really exciting today. So I virtually met Haroun because we haven't met in person before. But I met well, first I spotted him on an Insta live. And he was just talking the talk. I said, okay, yeah, this guy's bright. So from then I was like, okay, I need to get him on here. And then eventually, I think I even forgot to do that. To reach out, and then I found out we're working on a similar project, the same project, so we're working on something really exciting together. So
Cheers.
Haroun, tell us a bit about yourself, who you are, and then after that you tell us 3 fun facts about yourself, and then we'll go into the questions for today.
Ish. Alright, cool. I'll try. My name's Haroun. Oof. Well, should I say what I do, or
Yeah,
you get me?
tell them what it is you do. Tell them.
Oof. Like, I'll just say a bit about my story. My story is basically got kicked out from school at 14 and dropped out completely at 15. And what do you call it? Literally. Oh yeah, I've got to forget to mention. I started my jewelry business when I was 13 actually. Then 14 got kicked out. 15 dropped out completely. And then literally now started another business a while ago and expanding it, and also going to schools and events to inspire other young people. Literally.
Good.
Yeah.
And tell us
Thank you.
3 interesting facts or fun facts about yourself.
Oof. Three
Yeah.
fun facts.
I feel like your
Uh
Insta is popping in it. Like I've seen some of the people you're taking pictures with, so that's interesting. They can really sprinkle a bit of that in there. But tell us, I
They're
mean,
humans.
you decide what the fun fact is.
Alright, cool. Um Alright, cool. I speak 5 languages.
Come on.
What else?
What are the 5 languages
Um,
though? Because let me tell you something about the languages. I remember one girl, this is about 15 years ago. One girl opened her mouth to no, I'm chatting with probably 12 years ago. One girl opened her mouth to tell me that she spoke 3 languages. I asked her what they are.
mm,
She said English, American, and Jamaican. I'm sorry.
no way.
I
American?
She
You
said
guys speak
English,
American?
Jamaican, and American. So please, for the
Jamaican.
sake of my sanity, can you please clarify what do you because
Therefore. What? Jeez, my heart. Oh, my
Mhm.
heart you dropped for a second. I wanted Jamaican. Me patois. Anyways, my native language. I speak Lingala. Swahili, understand it well. Still trying to learn how to write it. French, also trying to learn how to write it. I can read it perfectly. I picked up a bit of Arabic when I went to Middle East, like Turkey and Dubai, and also because a lot of my family are Muslim. I'm not close to my dad, but he's Muslim as well. So I thought, you know what, yeah, it's important, you know. And then English, French, Lingala, Swahili, Arabic. Yeah,
That's okay. So that makes sense. I'll allow you because that girl kind of.
yeah. Jamaican and American.
So
Lord.
5 languages. Well done. What else do you do? 2 more
Thanks.
facts.
Whew, two more facts. Okay. Oh, interesting. Aku, what is it about me that you find interesting?
No, but that defeats
Because
the
you said,
purpose. Because the thing is, I'm trying to par you right now, so I'm putting you on the hot chair, yeah. So you might think it's
yeah,
funny, and then after you say, I'll laugh at you because some people have been like, "Oh yeah, I rode a bike from here to Walthamstow Central," and I'm like, "That's
yeah.
not fun."
Well,
Tell me.
mm, fun fact. I used to bunk school to go on business trips to Paris, I guess.
That's an interesting. You see how my face dropped? That is a wild fact. Yeah.
London, Victoria to Paris. Yeah, when I was 14. How old was I?
That's a wild
14?
fact.
Yeah. Miss, I can't make it today. Asthma attack. Well, Haroun's just there strolling down Paris. BLC. Yeah.
You're so dramatic.
Uh,
And what's the final?
now I'm looking. The older I get, the more mature I get. I'm kind of thankful for this. Obviously, when I got kicked out, I had a whole year to myself. So in that year, a lot of young people in my shoes would use that time to do something legitimate. But I used that whole year. I vowed myself to make connections, and literally, I just put myself out there, you know, and no inspiration out there. Like the worst someone can say to you is no. You get me? So at
True.
the end of the day, once you get over and done with, you can be like, at least I've done it, you know. So literally, yeah, I spent a whole year attended over 30 networking events, and then out of the 30, 20 of them were trash, but the 10, there's still people still closer to this day. You get me? So literally, and I met Hollywood celebrities on the train, literally. I meet people out of nowhere. And so think of, I met a lot of people that helped me go up the ladder by just being late for a meeting or whatever, you know. So I would like to say life's a butterfly effect, literally. That's my own quote that I love so much.
Well
But
done.
yeah, sorry for that waffle, but it was needed.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You got there in the end. It's fine. It's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's really good. Okay, so so we're going to speak about the education system today. Why, what your thoughts on it anyway. So, are you ready? Oh, yeah, you're fine. Okay, so what I want to know is, like, you're 17 for the listeners. He's 17 years old. So tell us what your family looked at when you were growing up. So did you have mum and dad at home? Did you have siblings? What was the family setup like when you like growing up? What's the family looking like?
Yeah, typical young black boy, like that in and out of the picture, like typical African dad stereotype.
Which is
And mom, literally not really in the picture, like not really having a older a father role model, you know.
okay.
So I taught myself how to be a man, really, because obviously my mom is there's only so much she can do, you know. And yeah, she wanted the best for us. So I've got older siblings, but I'm not close with. My oldest one, I think he's 24, 25. Got sent back years ago, boy. Got sent back years ago. Um, Second oldest, he's doing his thing. He's a fashion stylist. We sell designer clothing to quite big artists. P Diddy's son, Drogba, a lot of these big names.
Good.
And yeah, and also not close because we never lived together or anything. We have, and obviously just literally just stop talking. Just like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I feel as if I don't know. I couldn't let family curse. 'Cause that's a strong thing to say, but it's a thing of there's so much
Didn't
division within
work
the
out.
African family. Yeah, you get me.
Mm.
Literally didn't work out. Got my little sister. I treat like a princess because she needs to know that, you know. Literally, I know. Obviously, I have to know her. I won't be your brother if I don't know her. Well, obviously, yeah. So she's 10. My second oldest is 20, and the oldest is 24, 25. And yeah, the oldest has a daughter now as well. So yeah, smart.
Okay. So
But
essentially you grew up with you live with your mum and your baby sister.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah, the two
not
moved
so
out.
baby, but 10,
Yeah.
the younger sister. Okay.
Hopefully she'll stay a baby. But
Right?
yeah,
Right?
I am.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one more thing I thought to say. Yeah, my dad's Muslim, my mom's Christian, so that's
Okay.
a big part of my life, boy.
Okay. So that's what home looked at. Okay, so fast forward to education. So just to give the listeners some context as to how home looks like, so they can see why things have turned out a certain way for you, if that makes sense. So like what home looks like and how it affects your decisions and stuff like that. Okay, so
Mm,
first of all, because you've been in the system for 17 years, so you know how the education
mm,
system works in the UK. Um,
mm.
Firsthand, what are your thoughts on the education system?
Me, in my opinion, it's trash. Just to throw it out there real quick. I just had to,
Right? No,
yeah,
it's
I just
fine.
had
I want you
to.
to be honest. Like, don't be cute about it. Be
Mm.
honest. You felt it, so it's your truth, isn't it? But yeah, go on.
Literally, it's a thing of seeing me. I don't know whether it's because I was in hospital more than I was at home. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because I just wasn't academically smart, but it's a thing of school is never for me. And when I say never for me, I don't mean as in I don't like school like a typical teenager. It's the fact that I was not good at it. And the thing of when you're not academically smart, you feel as if you're not good at other things. You get me? You feel as if school's the only way forward. Someone get good results. You feel as if like that's English and math, science. That's the only thing there is. You get me? And
Mm,
the thing of something else I realized is when you're a kid at school, what is your network? Your network's other school kids, right?
true.
And what is it you lot speak about on a daily basis? Okay, your own personal life going on in the Snapchat group chats. Okay, then school's results, results. You get me? So it's a thing of yeah, literally school. If I didn't drop out, I'm telling you right now, I don't know. I can't say how the future's gonna look like. But yeah, literally, I was always scared of the future because I was always behind in school. You know, literally. Yeah, it's a
And
sleep at school. It's a sleep. Sorry, carry on. Sorry, carry
oh,
on.
no, go on.
Yeah, I say just used to sleep and lessons. Just yeah, school just not for me. Like yeah. So carry on. Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'd say.
No, it's fine.
Mm,
And when you say Okay, so you've acknowledged that you weren't academically smart, quote unquote, guys,
Mm,
academically smart. He feels like he wasn't academically smart. Do you feel like the school understood that? Because I mean, there are ways of learning, isn't there? Like, and we've spoken about this
mm,
in the past, where um unfortunately, the school system, the education system is built for the average. I believe, unless I'm correct me if I'm wrong, or whoever's listening, correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like the school system is built for the average student. So based on what the average child needs, and the average
mm,
student may be seen as not too smart, not too quote unquote dumb. They're just there. Do you know what I mean? So that it's just there
mm,
for them. So if you're at the part where you're not academically smart, and if you have other learning, like if you have any other way of learning, if the school can't provide that, you're just left in limbo and you're just trying to figure out where to learn, type of thing. So
facts.
when you weren't learning in school, up until you got kicked out or whatever, how were you doing to keep up and stay in school? Like, what were you doing?
I gave up. Literally, I literally said, I don't care anymore. I used to not even do. I used to rip up my tests whenever I used to get tests. I gave up. Like literally, I walk out the class like whatever it was. Like I can remember this one time. Yeah, literally, I used to just rip up my test for in the bin. Poof, yeah, I literally just gave up because I knew for a fact if school's the only way I would make it in life, then there's no point of me even trying. That's
Mm,
how real I was with myself. And looking back, it's actually sad. No 12, 13-year-old should ever feel that way. You
mm,
get me? It feels so. And it's a thing of once you question yourself in that sense, like, raw, how am I not making it through this way? You start questioning yourself in other ways, you know? So, someone like myself, so I started my business when I was 13, and my business teacher inspired me to get into the whole business thing, you know? And it's a thing of, I don't really speak about this, but I used to play football a while ago.
mm,
And then the way what happened was when I got into secondary school, I kind of lost my love for football because I have asthma, really bad asthma. And
mm,
then the day I was meant to get scouted by Reading, a football club, was the same day I got admitted to hospital. So I got dropped off the team. I didn't even get to play. So
mm,
you can imagine getting to secondary school, my confidence was so low.
mhm, mhm,
And now I'm kind of into football, kind of not. And then at school, the test I'm doing very badly. And I'm just buying and reselling things, just a little, hobby I have. Then my business teacher inspired me into the business thing. Now business studies comes. Sorry for the waffle, but business
no,
study
no, you're not
comes, and then
waffling. We're not talking. No.
business studies come. I just came out of hospital 2 weeks ago. I didn't have much time for revision. I had like 10 days for revision. By the time I got caught up and everything, yeah, 10 days for revision. I
Mm,
fail it. I fail business studies. I'm thinking, Haroun, and at this time I'm like 13, 14. You got a jewelry business, but you fail business studies.
mm,
Oh my gosh, like my mental state was crazy. Like, oh, I can't believe I'm out of that place right now, but it's crazy. I was thinking, how you failing business studies and you're trying to own a business? But then now I've realized they teach you how to be the worker, not the CEO. You get me? Literally. It literally is. They teach you how to be the manager of the store, not the actual owner. So
mm,
obviously at the time, obviously, that's all you know. You
mm,
get me? That's literally what people that's all you know. You get me?
mm,
Literally. It's like lizards swim, don't they? Lizards. They swim,
mm,
don't they? It's like yeah, yeah. Just example. It's like a lizard getting told you can only swim, you can't walk, and but lizard can walk on sand though. You get me? So
mm,
literally, so whenever you're getting fed at school, that's the only thing you're gonna know. You get me?
mm,
So watching the apprentice, getting inspired by the apprentice, from watching the apprentice in year 9 at the back of business studies to actually having them in my DMs and telling me they want to work with me. That's a blessing.
mhm,
That's a blessing.
mhm,
You get me?
mhm,
So if you told me 3 years ago that Haroon, you're gonna own a few businesses, I have to have a made. I don't like calling myself entrepreneur yet, but if you told me in that same room in business studies while I was sobbing in tears, if you told me, Haroon, don't worry, this isn't your future. Like, don't worry, like everything will be fine in the future. You'll be working with your favorite artists. You'll be able to be at these big parties. You'll be able to live your dream.
mm,
I'd laugh at you and say, "Don't take the piss." Sorry for my language, but it's what I try to say. But it's a
mm,
thing of, I feel as if hit a rock bottom helps you get to the top. Rejection and builds character. All these things I had to challenge, had to face. Sorry, let it be my physical health, mental health, let it be whatever, let it be the system not supporting me, it made me the person I am today. You get me? But yeah, that was my explanation, but yeah.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Listen, keep on talking. I don't mind. Okay. So, you've mentioned so no, not year 12, age 12, 13. So that's like year 8, year 9. So what was your primary school experience like? Did you enjoy primary school? Was it okay? Primary school, what was that like?
I
Oh
hated
no.
it.
Oh no.
Yeah, hated it.
What do you think?
Christmas.
Go on.
No, so you say what you think. I think it's a
Yeah.
good question still.
No, because what I was going to ask was, what do you think? Because I know with secondary school, you probably had more asthma attacks, probably due to like maybe panicking, anxiety. I don't know. I'm not big on science, and like that's not my forte, so I can't really say what brings on like asthma attacks. But I'm assuming that panic and anxiety can probably bring on more panic and more asthma attacks. But when you were in secondary school, because obviously you're worried about your studies and stuff in secondary school, so that makes sense. But when you're in primary school, you're essentially taught everything, aren't you, by one teacher? But what was it that you didn't enjoy? What was wrong with the education? Like, what was wrong in the class? What do you think stopped you from enjoying school in primary?
Do you know what it is?
Mm.
Primary, secondary is the one same thing. They invest more in the smarter students. That's literally it.
Mm.
That's that. I'm being honest with you. Like, I just say to myself, like, if my teachers invested a bit more time in me and just, I feel as if they had no hope for me, in my opinion. That's yeah, had no hope. Like, he's never gonna get there. Just leave it. Let's just focus on the kids that get invited to these
Private.
yeah, literally they represent the schools. Let's invest in these kids. The other kids is that tuck them on the back of the class. That's how literally felt like. You get me? And it's mad. It's crazy. Like, I'm just, that's why I always say I'm blessed because I was able to break out of that. But imagine the other kids that
That's still
they
stuck.
can't break. It's yeah, and it's a thing of they're not open. I can't, even now I'm still shocked how I'm able to, because the situation I was in. You imagine these three things, right? Your personal life is a mess,
Mm-hmm.
school life is a mess, and your home is hospital. Imagine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, or actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll speak about my own personal life after when we get there. Innit? But for now, I'll just say for the school thing, literally, I feel as if teachers just given up on me. Literally, like they were just my teachers, not my mentor. And I feel as if being a teacher means a lot more than just teaching the children. I mean, teaching the children, the students, sorry, and then leaving the classroom and that's it. And you don't know each other anymore. I
Yeah.
feel as if teaching the students is, Miss, can you give me a five? Is lunchtime or break time? Say, Miss, can I have 5 minutes of your time? And then he or she breaks down to you. You feel me? I feel as if being a teacher is students don't understand the homework, instead of punishing him or her if they don't do it right, you actually teach them and make them understand. And I feel as if we were punished a lot more than we were taught.
Mm.
That's how I feel. Because I remember the days where I had homework due. I just didn't get it. Not because I was slacking off, but I just didn't get it. And I felt too ashamed to even ask for help. You know how sad that was? Because for two reasons. Either they'll talk to me as if I'm an idiot and patronize me, or it's a thing of they'll feel as if I'm doing it on purpose or is just to get out of it. You get me? So I feel as if I was very, even that's what messed my confidence too. But yeah, that's why I was always the last person to raise my hand and all these things because of that. All these little things. We see. I feel as if the things that lower your confidence and low, like, just I feel as if the little things, not the big things. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, from me being afraid to approach not even another student. Imagine I was more comfortable approaching another student for help than a teacher. That is bad. Looking back, I'm actually deep in it. You know.
Yeah.
Imagine feeling so. Oh, sorry. I'm actually deep in it now.
No, it's
It's
fine. No,
mad.
it's fine. And I like, I think I really like the fact that you've mentioned the importance of like how well a teacher is in like at their job, basically. Do you know what I mean? Um,
Mm,
and I can only imagine how hard it is to be a teacher. Because of everything what it's like to be a teacher in England. But I think it takes
mm,
a next level of passion for a teacher to invest in a child, and that passion
mm,
that you can't buy it in the shop. It has to come from it has to come from within. Like the teacher has to want to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the teacher has to be
mm.
invested. So it's a
That's true.
shame that you were probably in a school where maybe there wasn't a teacher that was able to like to do that for you and invest in you type of thing. But um that leads me to my next question, actually, because I mean, I'm not going to blame the teachers. I'm not going to blame you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's another topic we can talk about offline. You know, so
Yeah.
but what do you? So you've made it clear that you were struggling in school. Of course, your health was a factor as well. I'm going to assume that the school was aware of that. They knew what was going on, right?
Yeah. They
And,
knew, but
uh-huh.
they didn't want to understand. Well, yeah.
Okay. And what was out of school, did you have any other form of support? Like, were you going to like libraries or going to any after school clubs, or like how were you, like how did you survive second primary school? How did you do it? How did you manage to get into year seven? Like, how did you do it?
Yeah, like my mom invested a lot in education. She even got me tutors, all these things, but I don't know why I just couldn't learn. Like
Yeah.
I feel as if I had a trouble focusing a lot. So it's a thing of I don't know if it's me. I don't know what it was, but it just yeah. Like
You just
imagine I
not
never knew
enjoy it. Was
division.
it just not it? Like you just wasn't interested. Like you just weren't like.
Yeah, it was everything. Like whether it was the teacher, whether the way he or she was explaining it, I just wasn't for me. And
Mm,
imagine even something as small as simple as division. I only knew it when I started my business. Because I started investing money. That's the only time I knew division in year 8, year 9.
mm.
Before then, nothing about division.
I guess it's
Literally.
probably like the learning style as well, isn't it? And it's how the teacher, like I think with certain students, they understand better. So I've said this multiple times. Like I'm a visual learner. You can tell me, oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example, but if I see you visually, I learn it and I process it a lot better, and I find it more exciting.
Mm,
If I'm making notes, that if someone's taught, if like I've got a lecture or whatever, and I'm making notes or whatever, I've got colors. Listen, my pencil case. At my big age, this is my pencil case. Like I've got colors in
mad.
there. I want it to look pretty, because if it's not pretty, I'm not interested. Like I'm not actually on.
Mm,
And I'll make my own notes. So like I'll create stories and I'll make it fun for me to understand. But
mad.
again, like I guess things probably would have been easier if you had teachers that were using like real life examples to make it more relatable.
Oh, exactly. That's what I keep telling teachers. You see, the reason why I always compare this to church in a way. Sorry, like
No,
again, me, I'm a Christian. I'm not speaking about religion, but it's a thing of I
no, yeah,
had a discussion with my mom last week. I said, the reason why I see a lot of young people aren't going to church anymore is 'cause it's outdated. You feel me?
mm,
And say for it's very real. Like say for example, a lot of the stories in the Bible, if you described it to us in a modern version, we understand it a lot better and get more into it. Same with school. School has been the same for how many years? You get literally how many years has it been? And it's a thing of, for example, history. Oh, history is probably people find it boring, but the way my teacher explained it to me, I loved it.
yeah,
I loved the examples. Even things like at school they taught us fake history in it, but at least it was still something new for me. I had to end up teaching myself history. Like you said, just it was about the way someone learns. You feel me? If a teacher's old, he has a boring voice, he says things in such a boring way, you snore. You
yeah,
have a better sleep in the
yeah,
classroom than at home.
yeah,
You
yeah,
feel me? But then if a teacher actually, for example, Henry D. If he said Henry D. was a gallist, he was like a little pimp, like people get into it. You get me? There we go. But if you say it was some old obese guy that just like munching on chicken, like it's
yeah,
death.
yeah.
you
Yeah, no, but I think
get
you know
me?
what I don't listen, and the way you put it makes like so much sense. Like it makes it more relatable, more funny, more interactive. Do you know what I mean? And that goes to show that suppose I mean obviously if you go to like somewhere like I don't know Leeds, I don't know if they say Gallis there, I don't know, but obviously like you will
Yeah,
adapt to the local. Do you know what I mean? Like you adapt to the local slang
yeah.
and you make it relatable. Like I'm trying to figure out what it was
Relatable.
like. I think like whenever I'm in school and I'm talking to like the children and stuff, I talk like different in comparison to when I'm talking to teachers. So I would probably
Definitely
say like, and I don't think I do it on purpose. I just think, and I don't think I'm trying to fit in either. But I just feel like I just
interactive.
automatically assume that's how they will understand anyway. So say
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying like,
true.
do you know what I mean? Rather than saying, oh,
It's
there
the
was
way.
there was a conflict between Romeo and Juliet's family, I'd be like, listen,
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, yeah, they were beefing,
Proper
they
best
didn't like each other.
combination.
You know what I mean?
Blue
So it had to
story.
be like, for example, this was from this area, that was from that area. Did they get along? No, they don't get along. So exactly, do you know what I mean? Make it
Yeah.
more relatable. But again,
Yeah.
I don't.
Literally.
To a certain extent, I only know to a certain extent what pressures teachers go through in order to deliver lessons. And like I said before, it takes a next level of passion for a teacher to
Not just that.
the teachers. Go on. What else?
They said to cut you, but I forgot to say, most teachers act as if they're born adults, but you gotta remember you're a child once upon a time. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
If you're a teacher and you think, because listen, like everyone's born a baby, and the reason why I say this, I'll get into it now, is the fact that if you think as a 16-year-old, you would understand why we do the things we do, why we don't listen to you sometimes. You gotta think as like, it's to see me, yeah. Like when I speak at these schools and proofs, for example, I speak to them because I'm only 17, but these kids are like what, 13? I was 13 not many years ago. You get
Mm,
me? So it's
mm,
thing of I can relate. It's not just because I'm young, no, not at all. Like the way I speak to you, for example, anyone older than me, with respect, will be the same way I speak to the youngers. You get me? So I
mm.
thought if what you just said there, but I speak to the young people differently. It's like, for example, in the meetings, you think I have my black voice in meetings? Are you serious? In Central London, my black really, they get
So do
away
you,
with
do you
me
feel
in
like
Central
do you feel like
allowance.
you have to switch it up? Do you feel like you have to switch
You
it up?
have to. And there's
Why?
nothing wrong with that. It's good.
Why do you think you have to switch it up? Listen, you're taking this conversation to another next level. I don't mind. But why do you think you have to switch it up?
Alright, cool. So I'll give an example. November times I had a little work placement in Farringdon Central, innit?
Mhm.
And the darkest person there was mixed race, and the youngest person there was 23, 24, and
Did you
75% of
say,
them were homeowners.
hold on. Did you say the darkest person was mixed race?
Yeah, except for me, obviously. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to create a picture. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. Create a picture of one person of different color, mixed race. I won't forget. Her name was. If you say it starts with N, but yeah, the second youngest person, they were like 20, maybe 24, 25, I think.
Mm,
Most of them were homeowners as well. Owners. Let me repeat that again. Home owners
mhm,
in London, not in Borough, not Coventry, in London. So you
mhm,
know they're peed up. Anyways, my point is, one day I think they put the clean version of Keisha Becky on Capital Extra.
mhm.
Everyone looked at me. Everyone looked at me. Mad.
Listen,
Mad.
microaggression here. Maxi, micro, whatever. Why are you looking at me? Because what?
What's
Why?
wrong? What? It's because he's
If,
another brother.
like, if you look at me, I look at you too. I'll just be like,
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's a thing of, I remember I went to the toilet and then I splashed a bit of water on my face, and then I start speaking to a mad push. You feel me? It's a thing of, you know what it is? Yeah, I thought it's just about adjusting. Because let's
mm,
be real, if I was an end, and it's the same way it applies with our own people. I'll give an example. When I was out of school for a bit, so I'm not trying to go off context, but it's in relation to what I'm saying. When I was out of school, remember at this time I've been kicked out. I'm out of school, right? I got time on my hands, so it's 12 o'clock. Kids are meant to be in school, but I'm there in the ends in my tracksuit trying to buy a bit of chicken and chips. You feel me? And I'm in my tracksuit. The auntie looking at me like, "Hey, what is this boy doing after this time? Are you not meant to be in school?" You feel me? For in their eyes, I'm a threat. I'm a threat. So
mm,
imagine someone of a completely different race, born in a suburban area their whole life, and have this image of our people. You get it? So
mm,
now I'm in central London, right? I'm in central London now. We're working with a company that advertises for Google, all these big established names. And the darkest person is mixed race. You feel me? And
mm,
I'm the youngest person. I'm still 16 at this time. You feel me? So
mm.
tell me, all my own the old aunties from ends that are looking at me in that way, and I'm their people. I'm not saying no one's enemy in it, but I'm their own people. I'm
Mm.
just wearing a tracksuit. And
Mm.
then now when I'm wearing a suit, they look at me like, wow, well done.
You know,
You
different.
feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
You see what I'm trying to say? This is a sad truth. It's sad, guys. Whoever's here listening to this, yeah, and you want to be a future entrepreneur, whatever. This is a challenge you will have to face in the future. The
yeah.
same aunties that looked me up and down when I was wearing the tracksuit, the same aunties that smiled at me when I was wearing a suit. And this is sad. This is very, very sad.
Mm.
So how is Susan not gonna judge me if Auntie Nuke is judging me? You feel me? It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. But yeah, it's a sad truth, but it's true. Like And it's a thing of, like I had to. It's good. I feel as if it's a blessing and a curse
It shaped
because
you, innit?
it's a blessing because it helps you control your image
Yeah.
and present yourself in a good manner, but
Mm.
it's a curse because you can't. And a lot of people can hate me for saying this, but you can't be yourself, guys. I'm being real. You can only be yourself with the people that are in your circle.
Mm.
However, people in your network can't be yourself. It makes no sense, yeah. Me meeting the queen and she trying to knight me, and I say, "Well gone, my G. What
Mm.
you saying? You good?
Mm.
Been in them plantain I sent you? No, of course not. Plantain, ever. You feel me? So it's a thing of like I said, it's a blessing and a curse. Because some people can't handle it, like not being themselves. Some people just can't do it. They feel
Yeah.
as they're being fake, then they're not being true to themselves. But I can do it because I know how the world works. I
Mm.
had to make a sacrifice. Like even me dropping out of school, I had to compromise my mom. I had to compromise with her. I said to her, "Give me a month to prove you wrong." And over that month, I knew for a fact that year I had made so much sacrifices, and that would mean the old Haroun had to go. The
Mm.
angry Haroun that used to get offended over little things had to go. The violent Haroun had to go. You get me? And
Mm.
it's a thing of I was in a professional environment. You think the Haroun from the end, the Haroun that got kicked out of school, could be the same Haroun that represented the brand, the company? Of course not. You
Mm.
get me? So I feel as if it's about reaching that point of your life where you have to be real with yourself. You might not like it, but the truth is the truth. You get
Mm.
me? You can't hide from the truth. Wow.
I like that, what you said about. I guess that's like adaptability, being able to switch it up without losing yourself completely. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
up, but then like of course like still maintaining that your values and stuff. But just yeah,
Mm,
I hate you 100%. I hate you 100%. Okay,
mm.
so I'm about to switch it up again. So
Yeah.
do you think there would have been a difference if you were homeschooled? Supposing your mum was your teacher, how would you feel about that? Because
Mm,
right now it seems like, I mean, okay, we'll talk about that one after, like the curriculum. But it seems like
mhm.
not having supportive teachers in school was a big, big, big L for you in school. I get that. Now, supposing you were homeschooled, how do you feel you would have turned out? How do you think that would have gone?
Lol. Lol, I was as well. I was. So okay, let's tell exactly what happened. Okay, let's start again. Got kicked out. Then they remembered obviously because I had let me just say I had quite a big hospital on my side and with big doctors by my side supporting me. So they said they randomly remembered that I had to do my GCSEs because I was still near 7 going into 11.
Mm,
And then they said, come back actually. You know what? Yeah, just come back. So I got kicked out, obviously. I got the letter and everything done. A week after, they told me to come back. I
mm,
think this was my birthday actually. And I told them dead. I told, and then, yeah, obviously all the other brothers in my area didn't want to have me, so I had to get sent to Peru.
mm,
And I told my mom, my youth work, I don't want to go to the pre for my own reasons,
mm,
because it sounds a bit mad saying out loud, but 90% of the stabbings happen in my area comes from that pre. So I
mm,
don't want to go to that pre.
mm,
But I got forced to that pre anyways. And then obviously after I only lasted 3 days in that pre, the thing I warned my mom and my youth worker about happened. So it obviously something happened. I got into an altercation, and then let me just say I was gonna make a decision that they was gonna put me in a worse place. But yeah, a pre literally was just like prison. Before going to the toilet, I had to have someone put in the password, getting searched. You know, at the airport when you have a mess phone, you have to get searched before going in. With a full
mm,
on metal detector, getting patted down like a criminal. Literally, that's what pre was. And
mm.
then after the 3 days at pre, one of the tutors used to teach me at the library, just one on one, literally. And it was a tutor, just me and her, two different tutors, English and maths, and it's 2 hours a week,
Mm.
an hour each, yeah, 2 hours a week of homeschool for a couple months. Yeah, it was for a couple months.
And
And yeah,
how was
I did. How was that? Oof, mad. I was
good,
able to learn
good
better,
or bad?
obviously. It
Say
was good because I was good. Okay, good in my part because I was able to learn better.
okay.
But one of the teachers didn't want. I thought I don't know why, but I thought she just didn't want to see me do better. Like she and I know I keep pointing my finger. I know they say if you keep pointing fingers at other people, you just gotta look in the mirror yourself. I know that, but just my math teacher didn't seem supportive. Like I don't know what it was she had against me, but yeah,
Mm,
whenever I got questions, she'd feel irritated. That's a thing of again. I thought patching that's the thing. I just couldn't ask for help. Like, yeah,
Boy.
time. I just it was better for me, got able to learn better. Cause see, in the classroom, you have people talking, distractions, uh, the teachers getting around to everyone. But it was better for the homeschool because it was 1-on-1. However, it's a two-way street, you know. Like if the teacher put in the work and you in the work, you will get on smoothly. But if it's only one person putting in the work, then you wouldn't, you know. So yeah,
That it's got to be like a two-way.
10%, yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you think, okay, so fast forward to, let's take it back to year 7. Supposing you had been
Mhm.
homeschooled from year 7, do you think that would have been better? So like your mom teaching you, or I don't know, your uncles, I don't know, someone teaching you at home, do you think you would have had a better experience with education?
Yeah, yeah, 110%. Yeah, because the thing of yeah, fully. Because even if I was able to learn, you know, like if I was still at home, I still would have been able to. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't my mom teaching me because my mom is teaching me. She's impatient. But yeah, you know, like when they're teaching you how to drive and they start panicking. Yeah, she like that still. But yeah, if I had someone like to teach me from year 7, definitely I would have been ahead of everyone. And I thought as if you know, how you said you're a visual learner. For me, it's 1-on-1, literally. For me, communication stuff is very important to me. And
Yeah.
then when you're teaching me while we're communicating, but boom, why not? You know?
Did
Mm.
you not have a TA in school?
What's a TA? Oh, teacher assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, they were useless.
They didn't even help
Oh,
you
sorry,
either.
but they were just, I don't know what it was, but I feel as if even to help, but they just always needed permission from the teacher. Like they were not independent at all. I understand your teacher assistant, and you have to be a side man, but it's a thing of, come on, man. Every other thing, can I breathe now? Can I drink water now? Can I blink now? It's peak.
I blink now.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you. Like teacher assistant, they were just there. They were just there. Like it's like an eyelash just in your eye, just there. You feel me? It's peak.
Maybe.
Yeah, like
No, maybe you didn't have a great like relationship. Okay, that's
you
really
know, actually, yeah. I, the teacher assistants, yeah, they're just there. And the thing of even me, like I was a good, very very good student. I can't lie. And the whole year 7, I never had a detention. That's how good I was. I was always an hour too earlier. Then year 8, year 9, when I started giving up, I just didn't care anymore. With detention, I used to get sent to detention, but I never went there. So I used to always be a referral. Referral was like my home. All suspended. What else was it? Whenever a teacher try, yeah, like I don't know, I had so much anger within me, so now I used to just take it out on people. So whenever a teacher used to raise their voice at me, I'd be like, what? The voice can't hurt me. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Used to rebel.
yeah. It's a thing of whenever teacher shout at me, I just laugh, thinking, yeah, I was that kid. Yeah. I
Haroun,
remember this one time.
Haroun.
I got detention for what did I get detention for? I think I did sign in class, can't remember, and then I ripped off and dashed it in her face. Was a thing of I was not that kid
Sorry,
just to rebel and
was you dashing her face?
no, she gave me detention in it, so I ripped off and just dashed it there in it. Yeah, but I was not that kid like no, don't try that. I was not that kid that was seemed bad just to oppress others. It just had this so much hate towards teachers. 'Cause I thought that I was failed. Like I thought as if I've been they failed me. They failed me literally. Like must be that perfect student. But they couldn't even give me even in hospital, they couldn't even send me work in hospital. Imagine how deep that is. And now I'm the one asking when they should be the one sending it to me. Not bad, like you see what I'm trying to say? Like if I just had so much hate, had my own personal problems, obviously, and in addition to that, I had the whole situation. So I just took it out on them. Literally. They were literally like my enemies. That's how I saw them. I saw them literally. So yeah,
That's
teachers
well.
that survived having me as a student, you know.
Yeah.
Mad.
What do you think can be changed in the education system as a whole to improve the experience of a younger version of you? I hope
What
that.
can be saved?
Yeah. What do you think can be changed? That what do you think
Fuck
like
change.
they need to fix up so that a young so like
Hmm.
someone like you for instance in year 7, What do you think
Mm.
they need to change in the education system? So number one, we know they need to change teacher training and make them more compassionate.
Many. Yeah,
What else?
there's so many. There's so many. This would never happen, by the way, for you lot listening, innit? But if I was Prime Minister of England, the first Black Prime Minister, what I would say,
Come on.
things like financial literacy, things like it's so limited. It's so limited. I'm being honest with you. I believe they should invest in the young person's hobbies. And obviously, the English and maths is important, innit? But algebra is not gonna help me drive down the motorway for me. But yeah, it's a thing of I feel as if they should. There's some knowledge that we know that we shouldn't know. You feel me? Like things, for example, sex ed is very important, but we knew that things from young, and it's bad. And then that's how a lot of girls that are in school, they're pregnant now because they're just, it's curiosity. See what it is with, education, not just school. Once you're educated in some way, you become curious. You get me? You become curious. It's like with business. Someone that I go talk about business, I think, how can I get into this? It's the same with when you see your cousin smoking weed, thinking, what is this
Wow.
plant? I want to taste some. You feel me? So I feel as if the reason why I say education is a form of brainwash, because once you tell a young person something that they don't know, they get interested. It's like a young person, a kid that's racist. They're never born racist. They get taught how to be racist. Same with swearing. Whenever a kid says "mom, f off" in the bus, I don't blame the kid. I look at the parent, because how does he know that word? You get me? So literally, I feel as if there should be something should learn and shouldn't be learned. Learn, sorry, because the older you get, you're gonna find out different things, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel as if things like learning about I feel as if girls learning about boundaries, because a lot of girls have it there without them knowing it's inappropriate.
Oh wait, hold
Literally.
on. Girls should learn about boundaries because
Yeah, because a lot of things happen to girls. For example, I had a convo with a female friend of mine, and she told me some of her experiences, and for her, it's normal. I think, huh? So I
not.
feel as if from a right age, once they hit puberty, I feel as if they should get taught about boundaries. You get
And
me? Because I
boys
feel as
too.
if we live boys, yeah, but then definitely boys too. So yeah, definitely. I feel as if separate classes, boys and girls, get taught about boundaries, and then talk about, because the thing is, also we get instead of just teaching children about punishment, tell them why it's not good. You get me? You can't
Explain.
just tell someone don't do something or else. Yeah, it's like,
Mm.
again, like I told space my mom the other week about religion and so on. Like a lot of kids, when they move out, they convert back to atheism, because instead of when they ask, "Mom, why did Jesus this? Why did Jesus that?" Just saying, "Shut up, just believe." You should be like, "Okay, this is the reason why." You get me? You get me? So literally, I feel as if instead of us getting told "shut up" and just listen, we should be told explained why. You feel me? For example, things like they just
No, go on, go on, go on. Say it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, like I feel as if even a lot of home education is similar to school. Because, for example, let's say a straight from household that is Christian, like if a child asks, "Mom, why would Jesus white?" They'll give him a slap instead of actually telling them it's lie. He's been whitewashed. Like Jesus he's Eastern European man. He has the same skin color as Turkish people. You get me? So I feel as if instead of actually just telling someone shut up and listen, like, I should actually explain.
Go and explore or learn together.
Exactly. It's like, for example, even when you go on the bus, like, you see, I feel the society is crashing, because if you don't get education at home, you get it at school. Don't get it at school, you get on the streets. And the way I see it happening right now is the fact that broken home, limited access of education at school, wrong education on the streets. So you're telling me, so right now, even me, that's why I keep saying I was saved. Literally, like I said before, broken home, limited education at school, and then wrong education on the streets. That's why I feel as if they need to sort out the education before it gets worse. So whenever I hear there's crime between us young people, I'm never shocked. Again, I know I'm going off topic, guys. I'm sorry,
No,
but
it's
literally,
fine.
this is
Fine.
this is
It's
literally
true.
society. This issue society as a whole. That's why I never hear X, Y, this happened, that happened. I'm not shocked. You're giving us you're feeding us the wrong education, and you're trying to hide the right ones from us. It's sad, but yeah,
Okay.
history, yeah, all these things
I like
important.
I like the fact that you mentioned things like life skills,
Mm,
financial literacy, and
mm,
compassionate teachers, and
mm.
boundaries. I really love the fact that you said that, because there's a lot of things popping up recently, and it's wild.
Yeah, Twitter.
So,
I'm not on that, but even I know it's bad.
you see what I mean. So
Mm,
um it's a very, because if it's not being taught at home, I don't know why it's not being taught at home, but if it isn't being taught at home, then I guess the school can pick it up. But I'm hearing what you're saying. 100%, I'm hearing what you're saying. Very interesting points you've raised, actually. Okay, because of time, we've got to wrap it up. But so you need to try and see if you can answer this in 1 minute. So, what advice
ish.
would you give to parents? What advice would
To
you give
parent.
to, yeah, so like parents like 50 and above. Okay, 45 and above.
Mm,
Yeah. And then what advice would you give to parents like those that have just started having their babies? So like between late 20s and late 30s. What advice would you give to them?
okay.
And then
So
what
individually or in total?
no, individually. So you can say to
Oh, perfect.
parents 45 and above, buy a house. To parents between 28 and well, late 20s and early 40s, buy a shoe.
Mm,
Then to my
mm.
like your fellow 17-year-olds and more. So good.
I could advise for I'll start the new parents,
Okay.
the ones that just having a child.
Yeah.
Affection,
Mhm.
love your children as much as you can, because your childhood is gonna dictate whether he's a psychopath murderer in the future. It's gonna dictate whether he's a millionaire. It's gonna dictate whether he's a loving person. It
Mhm.
makes no sense. You
Mhm.
you feel you don't like hugging or holding your child's hand, but then expecting them to give you back love. It makes no sense. Energy transferable. You get me? If a child's love is raised with love, they're also gonna give love to the world. You feel me? It makes no sense for you to expect to have flowers if you don't water them. You feel
Mhm.
me? So literally, my main thing is, and make sure your child's childhood is literally heaven, because
Mhm.
we already live in such a dark world. So
Mhm.
invest in anything you can to your child's childhood. So yeah, that's for all the young parents out there.
Mhm.
And also, yeah, your child is the biggest gift you ever received, more than anything ever. So that's just, yeah, literally
Okay.
just the biggest, yeah, gift you ever received.
And what about the parents that are like 45 and above?
45 and above that already have children, right?
Yeah, so like they've had children, they're probably about to start having grandchildren. What about them?
Ish. Oh, are we focusing? Oh, what are we focusing on them? And their children, or them and their.
Them and their children,
Ooh,
how they should work better and strengthen their relationships with with younger people.
communication. And it's a thing of, yeah, like even for example, me and my mom is 1972, from Africa, migrated in the 20s. You feel me? And it's a thing of, I feel as if the way we're raised here and the way you were raised back in your days and back in your area is not the same. You get me? My mom's area, whenever you had a fight with someone, you'd fight with your fist, and the police would never get involved, unless you resolved it. You get me? But nowadays, a thing of, you talking to my people, I'm getting a knife, and you're finished. You get me? So it's a thing of, I feel as if you gotta look from a different perspective and be more open minded. Because
Mm-hmm.
your child could be going through the darkest thing right now, but you always raising his voice at him or her, gonna make them a more of a closed book. You get me? So focus on your communication. Also, give them independence once they mature. Because if my mom, they let me start my businesses right now, God knows where I would have been. You feel me? But yeah, literally, your child is your partner, not your enemy. So work with them, not against them.
Good. Okay. And
Yeah.
your peers, your fellow 17, your gang, your people.
Yeah, my people.
What
Um,
advice did you give to
stop
them?
wor- stop worshiping money. Once you die, you never see money again.
Oh, hello.
Literally.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to say that. I had to
oh.
say that real quick. But social media is make believe. I could go on social media right now, rent a Lamborghini, take cute pictures of it, and say I'm a millionaire. But then you'll see me jumping over gates at a station. You feel me? Jumping over the gates. You'll see me, my car declining. So literally, social media is not real. Taking pictures matching with your girlfriend, matching tracksuits is not a relationship. Relationship is overcoming temptation against people. And last but not least, again, like I said before, the money thing.
Mm,
There's not a one person on this earth that is holding is having inner peace while having illegitimate money. There's not one person in this world that's living a good life. You feel me? Find your meaning. Stop following people. When you're a sheep, no one will ever remember you. But then once you become a shepherd, it's not just about people knowing your name, it's about building your own legacy, your own meaning. You get me? My people, we live in a life where you could die in a click of your fingers, and that's it. People say RIP, people say, I wish you were still here, they forget. You get me? But leave your mark on this earth, because nothing is ever promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Again, find your meaning, please.
Wow.
Money comes and goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, just dropping the gems. Okay.
Dropping the gems. What?
I'm telling you. It's too much souls hit, as in it's good. Okay, but then what would you tell someone who is going through a similar situation that you were going through when you were in year 7 and 8, when you felt you were misunderstood? What advice would you give them?
My advice would be have a long-term mentality. So if you're in secondary school right now, it feels as if there's people you don't fit in, you feel as if people are against you. And people trying to influence you do the wrong things. For example, things like, I'll give you an example. For example, things like weed and all these things. I could have got involved in so many things, but I think of the same person that's introducing me to cigarettes or weed. The day I'm in hospital fighting for my life, are they still gonna be there? You get me? So how many primary school friends are you still in contact with? That's the first question I'm gonna ask. The second thing is, the reason why I never go influenced in the wrong things, because I thought T11, all these friends are temporary. They're temporary, right? And then instead of this parties and all these dumb things, I'm trying to build it back tomorrow. You get me? So these 5 years you can suffer. It's fine to suffer these 5 years. Just put your work in. The years that you and your great grandchildren will enjoy life. You get me? So these secondary school years that I promise you now, the older version of yourself is gonna thank you for it. Right now, put in your work. You're never too young. Never let someone ever say you can't do it. Trust me. And also, people like saying you got time, but see, time is the most powerful thing. It's worth a lot more than money. Okay. So if you're someone that's going through my similar situation as me, I advise you, please keep your head down and never fall. Vision is the only thing that will be with you. And if you don't create your vision, you're gonna work with someone that's gonna create their vision. You get me? So literally, my people, please keep your head down and don't be distracted. Do not be distracted.
That's amazing. Like, I feel
so
like
if that wasn't clear enough, but I tried.
I feel like I'm like fully inspired right now. Like, I feel like my brain is like super woke right now. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Nah, honestly, you really dropped gems. You really you've done well. You've done better than who are older than you. So very well done on that.
Man.
Okay, so where can people find you? I know we could talk about this for ages, but where can people find you and follow your journey and stuff and support your causes? Where can people find you? On Insta? Where?
Literally, my Insta, Haroun, H4 ROUN. Literally, DM me anytime. Literally, I'm not one of them bougie guys. Literally, any questions, I'm down to help. Literally, because unity defeats a division at all times. So yeah, DM me.
Yeah, that guys. Unity defeats division at all times. I like that. I think it's on my wall actually. That's good. Thank you so much.
No problem. It's cool, it's needed still.
I love this. I love this so much. I feel like we've really fucking twice the time we said we're going to speak, but okay. I don't mind.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Thank you for your very inspiring story, and you're destined for greatness clearly. And I'm super excited. I'm totally excited. But yeah, God bless you.
Yeah, God. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.